Hello. This video is going to cover the complete installation of the 52-inch Ackerly Indoor-Outdoor Ceiling Fan by Home Decorators Collection. This ceiling fan is damp rated, making it perfect for use in covered outdoor locations like porches and patios, and it looks great indoors as well. The fan is a dual mount fan, meaning that it can be hung with the included downrod on a standard height ceiling, or it can be hung on a higher angled ceiling with an extension downrod sold separately. The fan has quick fit installation features like a slide-on mounting bracket and twist lock shade, making installation that much easier, and it's almost maintenance free with the included LED module light kit, so there's never any bulbs to replace. Now before we get started, just a couple of notes. Most importantly, you want to make sure that your electricity is turned off at the breaker box and at the wall switch. Before starting any electrical project, always make sure that the electricity is turned off. If you don't feel comfortable working around electricity, please consult with a licensed electrician. One other note is you want to make sure that your outlet box is clearly marked acceptable for fan support. If you're placing this fan where there was just a light fixture in the ceiling, chances are the outlet box is going to need to be replaced, but whatever the case is, the outlet box should be marked acceptable for fan support. So as you can see here, we've already unpacked the fan. We're just going to go over the parts, make sure that we have everything before we begin, and that way we don't get stuck along the way. So first up, you have your mounting bracket. The mounting bracket comes pre-assembled with the canopy ring and the canopy. We'll show you in the first step how to remove that to get started. Next up is the ball and downrod assembly. You have 5 reversible blades. You'll just pick the blade finish that's right for you. You have the twist and lock shade. The shade is shatter resistant plastic. Makes it perfect for outdoor use. You don't have to worry about the glass breaking. Next up you have the motor collar cover. This is your LED module light kit. This is the light kit pan. Then you have the fan motor. You're also going to have a hardware pack with 2 pull chain extensions, the blade attachment screws, and the plastic wire nuts. Now just some tools we're going to need before beginning. Need some electrical tape, Phillips head screwdriver, flathead screwdriver. We like to use a line voltage tester just to make sure that the lines aren't live before beginning. A pair of wire cutters and strippers, and of course a ladder. So we have everything here, we're ready to begin. The mounting bracket comes pre-assembled inside the canopy with the canopy ring attached. To remove the mounting bracket, first begin by twisting the canopy ring counterclockwise to expose the screws. You'll notice that there are 2 J-slotted screws located on either side of the canopy and 2 standard screws located on either side of the canopy. Begin by first removing and saving the 2 standard screws on the canopy. Next, loosen but do not remove the 2 J-slotted screws. Once those 2 screws are loosened, simply twist the mounting bracket counterclockwise to remove it from the canopy. Before routing the wires and installing the downrod, you'll first need to loosen but not remove the set screw on the motor collar. Use a flathead screwdriver to loosen but not remove this screw. It's also important to note the safety tab on the motor collar. This will lock the downrod in place should it ever loosen over time. Before routing the wires and attaching the downrod, remove the twist tie holding the wires together and gently stretch them out. Once the wires are stretched out, it's a good idea to twist the ends to make sure that there are no loose strands, and then twist all 3 ends together. This will make it easier to route the wires through the downrod. Begin routing the wires by feeding the wires through the bottom of the canopy ring. Make sure that the slots are facing towards the ceiling. Place the canopy ring on top of the motor housing. Next, take the downrod and gently pull the green ground cable from the inside of the downrod and ball assembly. Next, feed the downrod through the canopy so that the downrod portion exits through the smallest hole of the canopy. Then, slide the motor collar cover onto the downrod, making sure that the largest opening is facing towards the bottom. Insert the ends of the wires through the threaded end of the ball and downrod assembly until they exit through the ball portion, and gently pull them through until the downrod meets the motor collar. Then, secure the downrod by screwing it into the motor collar until completely tightened. Once the downrod is completely tightened, use a flathead screwdriver to completely tighten the set screw on the motor collar. Once the set screw is completely tightened, slide the motor collar cover down till it meets the motor. If installing the fan with the included downrod, it's a good idea to trim and strip the wires before installing. To do so, measure about a foot from the top of the ball and downrod assembly and use a pair of wire cutters to cut the wire. Then strip off about 3/4 of an inch of insulation from each wire. Once the wires are stripped, twist each end of the wires to make sure that there are no loose strands. Now the fan is ready to be hung. This fan features a slide-on mounting bracket for easy installation. There are 2 slots in the mounting bracket that will align with the 2 screws in the outlet box. When installing the mounting bracket, you'll align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws in the outlet box and then simply slide to hold it in place before tightening. This is just a demonstration. Begin by loosening but not removing the 2 screws in the outlet box. Next, feed the house supply wires through the center hole in the top of the mounting bracket and align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws in the outlet box and slide to hold in place. Secure the mounting bracket to the outlet box by completely tightening both outlet box screws. It's important to make sure both screws are completely tightened and the mounting bracket is securely fastened. Before hanging the fan, it's important to note the tab inside the mounting bracket. That tab will align with the slot in the ball and downrod assembly. When hanging the fan, you'll insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the entire assembly until you feel that tab engage the slot on the ball. This is just a close-up demonstration of how it works. To hang the fan, lift the fan assembly up to the ceiling. Note the location of the slot that will align with the tab in the mounting bracket. Insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the entire fan assembly until you feel that tab engage the slot. The fan will drop into place when properly seated. Begin wiring the fan by taking the green wire from the mounting bracket and the green wire from the ball and downrod assembly and twisting those 2 wires together. Once those 2 wires are twisted together, connect those wires with the bare copper house wire. This is the ground connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the white wire from the fan and connect that to the white wire from the house supply lines. Twist those 2 wires together and secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Finish the wiring by taking the fan's black and blue wires and twisting those 2 wires together. Once those wires are twisted together, connect those wires to the black house supply wire. This is the power connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Once all the wire connections have been made, gently tuck the wires into the mounting bracket and outlet box to make room for the canopy to attach. To attach the canopy, align the J-slots of the canopy with the 2 screws that are still in the mounting bracket that were loosened in the first step. And press the canopy up towards the ceiling and over the screws, and then twist to lock the canopy in place. Next, using the screws that were removed and saved in the first step, insert the screw into the standard screw hole of the canopy and completely tighten using a Phillips head screwdriver. Repeat this process for the screw on the opposite side of the canopy. Once those 2 screws are completely tighten the 2 screws in the J-slots of the canopy. The inside of the canopy ring has 4 slots. Those slots will align with the 4 screws in the canopy. To attach the canopy ring, align those slots with the 4 screws in the canopy, and then lift the canopy ring up towards the ceiling, aligning the slots with the screws, and then twist the canopy ring to lock it in place. The blades are reversible, so choose the finish that you'd like and make sure that finish is facing towards the floor. The blade's attached to the fan using 3 holes in the blade that will align with 3 holes in the bottom of the fan motor. Insert the end of the fan blade through the slot in the side of the motor. Align the 3 screw holes in the fan blade with the 3 holes in the bottom of the motor. Secure the blade using the blade attachment screws. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to start the first screw. Do not completely tighten this screw, as you'll need a little bit of play to align the other 2 screw holes. Insert the second screw into the screw hole and start that screw using a Phillips head screwdriver. Remember, do not completely tighten this screw yet. Start the third screw in the third hole of the fan blade. Completely tighten this screw, and then completely tighten the 2 remaining screws. Repeat this process for the 4 remaining blades. Make sure all the fan blade screws are completely tightened to ensure proper operation. The light kit pan attaches to the fan using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. These will align with the 3 screws on the black bracket at the base of the motor. Begin by removing and saving one of the 3 screws using a Phillips head screwdriver. Then loosen, but do not remove, the 2 remaining screws in the black bracket. Connect the light kit pan to the fan by aligning the 2 arrows on the molded adapter plugs. Insert the plug from the fan into the plug from the light kit pan until you feel the clip lock it in place. Next, feed the light wires through the center hole of the light kit pan, and then align the keyhole slots with the 2 screws that were loosened in the black bracket. Push up and twist to engage those keyhole slots and hold the light kit pan in place. Then, use the screw that was removed and saved and insert that screw into the standard screw hole of the light kit pan. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten that screw, and then tighten the 2 remaining screws. The LED module connects to the light kit pan using 2 keyhole slots and 1 standard screw hole. These will align with the 3 screws on the outer edge of the light kit pan. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove and save one of the 3 screws from the light kit pan. And then loosen, but do not remove, the 2 remaining screws. Connect the light kit to the fan by connecting the light kit white wire to the fan white wire and the light kit blue wire to the fan blue wire using the Easy Snap connector plugs. Lift the LED module up and align the keyhole slots with the 2 screws that were loosened in the light kit pan. Push up and twist to engage the screws in the keyhole slots. Then use the screw that was removed and saved and a Phillips head screwdriver and insert the screw into the standard screw hole of the LED module. Completely tighten that screw and then tighten the 2 remaining screws. The light shade uses a twist lock system to connect to the fan. There are 3 flat sides on the light shade that will align with the 3 nubs inside the light kit pan. Align the flat sides of the light shade with the 3 nubs in the light kit pan, then press the light shade up and twist clockwise until tight. The pull chain extensions are located in the hardware pack and easily snap onto the ends of the fan's pull chains. Attach both pull chain extensions. This fan features a 3-speed reversible motor. The reverse switch is located right above the light shade. Switch left creates a downward airflow for use in the hotter months to create a cooling effect. Switch right creates an upward airflow to pull warm air from the ceiling and draw it into the room during the cooler months. The factory default is for a downward airflow. Make sure the fan is off before attempting to reverse the fan's direction. The fan is controlled by pull chains. Pull the fan pull chain once for high speed, twice for medium speed, 3 times for low speed, and once more to turn the fan off. Pull the light chain once to turn the light on, and again to turn it off. Congratulations! Your ceiling fan installation is now complete. Time to kick back with a nice tall beverage and enjoy your new fan. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, Please click like and subscribe at the end, and that'll help other people find it as well. As we always say around here, keep it breezy.